Hi guys, this is Metal and Rock Zone Festival Edition. I'm here in kind of an old school communist hotel room in a town called Hradec Králové. Got like a really cool TV here, and yeah, you see the design. So I'm here at this festival called Brutal Assault. Brutal Assault is a 150 band metal festival held every year. I think this is the 26th time that it's held in a town called Jaromir, which is close to this place where I'm in. And it's held in an old military fortress, so it's super cool, like fortified walls and stuff like that. Three or two big stages, two smaller ones, one indoor space. I haven't actually been there yet, but I just came yesterday. So what I want to do today is I want to tell you kind of a recap of day one. When the festival is over, I'm going to do like a whole thing, like take together everything that happened at the festival, what I thought was best and what was missing and who was bad and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, yeah, so I've been to this festival before. I mean, this is like a kind of hardcore, more extreme metal, you know, death metal, black metal, thrash metal, metalcore, and all that stuff. I've been here a lot of times, but usually kind of in and out. I just come here for a day if there is one or two bands that I want to see. This is just my third time or second time, I think, second time that I'm here, like the whole time. And this year I was super worried because the weather forecast was horrible. It's been raining here for 2 weeks, and it was supposed to be raining almost the whole festival, so I brought the rain boots and everything. And amazingly, when we rolled into town, it just cleared up. And when we came to the festival yesterday around 1 o'clock or something, there was just the last drops of rain that came down. But of course, everything is muddy, and I was using the boots. We were really lucky because we ran into a guy on the way in, and he told us you gotta see this band Angelus, what's called Apatrida from Spain, a thrash metal band. I had never heard about this band, and this is what I love about this festival. You always see something new. And I thought to myself, oh, poor guys, you know, coming all the way from Spain to you know play at 2 o'clock or 1:30 on a Wednesday, you know. But it was fucking packed, and you can see actually there's a video here, and this band is really cool. Yeah, video on the channel that I mean, and this band is really cool. It's kind of like keep it simple, old school thrash metal. They have a lot of fun on the stage. They're good with the crowd, and yeah, I like it actually. It's kind of one of those bands that I will check out more after the festival for sure. Then the next band that I saw was For An Autopsy, and you know, they're from the US. It's a good band, but somehow they didn't really get me. But they were good with the crowd, you know, and you can check out the video on the channel with them. Then there was an Australian band called Bellacore, and they're kind of super melodic, kind of, I don't know, like progressive melodic death metal or something like that. And I really like them. I had heard them on the playlist. The festival does like a playlist before the festivals, we can get to know the bands, and I had heard them on the playlist and I liked it. But there it kind of became a little bit repetitive, and I was thinking why. And I think it was because the vocals of the singer were too low, so you kind of only heard the lead guitar always on all the melodies and everything like that. So it's a good band, Bellacore. Check them out. And it's not often that we get like cool Australian bands coming to Europe at least. And then the next band was Bleed From Within from Scotland. That's not my thing, but they were good with the crowd and they created a really nice kind of atmosphere. I don't think I'm into this kind of metalcore stuff. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. But I mean, no disrespect to the bands. These are great bands, and I could see that the people loved it, you know. And there's a lot of people that obviously like this music. The next one up was Immolation, like an old school legendary death metal band from the US. I think they're from New York, and that was really nice to see. And I think a lot of people were super happy to see them because this is one of those bands that don't come around too often. I mean, they've been here in the Czech Republic before, but I didn't see them then. But you know, yeah, it's kind of like an old uncle coming for a visit somehow. And then the next thing I saw was Tribulation from Sweden, and that's an interesting band. They have a very kind of unique sound somehow, and they, I don't know, they call themselves gothic, but I would say like kind of gothic death metal somehow, gothic melodic death metal maybe. And you know, they have the makeup, they have the smoke, and it's kind of very atmospheric. And that was really cool, and people seem to like them. And that's one of those bands that I will listen to more after this festival. That's Tribulation. Um, and then came Sodom. I saw Sodom last year, and I wasn't sure I wanted to see them now because last year I wasn't super impressed. But there is this one guy, the roadie or tech or whatever he does for them, and he has a cowboy hat. And if you see Sodom, check out the guy with the cowboy hat. He is just hilarious. He's running around the stage. This is the first time that I see a crew member of a band being more visible than the band. He's kind of always in the main role. So I kind of wanted to go just to see him again. And of course he was there and he was running around the stage and fixing some cables that probably didn't need fixing. And then he was putting on a sweater, taking off the sweater, putting out a cigarette, lighting a cigarette, putting out the cigarette. It's hilarious. But Sodom were fucking great. They were so tight. And the singing from, what's his name, Tom Angel Ripper, was just amazing. And there was so much fun. I was kind of going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. It's kind of the highlight of the day yesterday for me. That was Sodom. I will definitely go and see them again. And then I had to run over to see I Am Morbid. They were playing on a different stage, a smaller one. And that was super cool. Dave Vincent, I Am Morbid, the front man, he's so great. For those of you who don't know, if you don't know, then it's like some ex-members of Morbid Angel playing classic Morbid Angel songs. So all the stuff was there, super groovy, super heavy, and people loved it. It was super packed. I mean, they should have been on a bigger stage. They were on a way too small stage, in my opinion. And then the only problem I had with I Am Morbid, it was too short. And then I had to run from there to see, I caught the last five songs with Heaven Shall Burn from Germany. And that's kind of a band that I'm starting to love slowly. I didn't really like them. Then I saw them live last year and now I saw them again. And my respect, I mean, these guys are super melodic, super kind of professional, and sound great, lights are cool. And there's just something that they have that makes them a great live band to see. And it was a cool thing there. The guitar tech actually came on stage and played 2 songs. We just noticed there came a new guitar player on stage. And I don't know why. If you know why the guitar tech of Heaven Shall Burn plays 2 songs for them, please comment that on this video. So after Heaven Shall Burn, there was this Swedish band Meshuggah, and that's definitely not my cup of tea. That's too sterile for me. That's too arty-farty somehow. And I have a feeling that it's just a band that I should like, even if I don't like them. But it's kind of a religious thing. But I have to give them that it's unique. It's different. The stage, lights, and the whole thing is very, very cool. It's very well done and all that. But it's just not my thing. So for me, like the highlights of yesterday, the first day, was I Am Morbid and Sodom. And I didn't really expect that. Not with Sodom. I didn't think that would be like kind of a big thing for me. But that was really cool. I'm curious what you think. If you're in the festival, what was your best bands and stuff like that? Today I'm going to see Extinction AD. I don't really know anything about that band, but I'm really looking forward. They're kind of early on the lineup, so I'm going to see some bands there. Then Wolfheart, Moonspell, Dismember, Dying Fetus, In Flames, Sepultura, and Watain. And hopefully I can squeeze in something more. But it's kind of like a full-time job. You go there at lunchtime and you go home at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the night. And it's a super nice festival, a lot of food options, a lot of drink options, a lot of stuff to buy and sell, cassettes, vinyls, CDs, t-shirts and all that stuff. We have a playlist here on the YouTube channel with songs from yesterday, and there will be more songs coming in. And then on Instagram, if you follow Metal and Rocks on Instagram, we do shorts and or what's it called, stories and stuff like that. So maybe give us a follow over there, hit like on this video, share it, comment, all that stuff. And guys, rock and roll.